brings coming.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your virtual Y, where the YMCA of the North is streaming live classes for you, at least 6 classes a day. We have a wonderful library of videos that we have for you on demand, and we're adding new content every single week. So thank you for joining me. My name is Lisa Hildebrand. You are here for evening yoga. And this practice is going to be a fluid flowing practice, but I want to be sure you're taking care of your body, listening to shoulders, hips, back, knees, anything that might need extra special attention today. So we'll start actually standing today on our mat in mountain pose. So mountain pose, oh, what a basic pose. It's just standing up, yes? But no, it's more than just standing. So we can bring our feet either tightly connected for a more classical form of yoga, or you can separate your feet hips distance apart. And I want you to spread your toes, lift them off the floor, and then set them one at a time back down onto the mat. So you have a little bit of space between each one of your toes. That is your Pada Bandha, the lock of your floor, the floor into the bottoms of your feet. Try to lift your arches away from the floor and pull energy up from the earth all the way through your thighs. Lengthen your back, pull your shoulder blades back, and really lift proudly through the crown of your head. Now I have my arms turned forward, palms facing, so this opens up the shoulders. So we'll start to breathe. Inhale, sweep the arms up, press the palms, then exhale, sink into an easy chair pose, Utkatasana, sinking into the knees. Slow, breathe in, stretch, press palms, exhale and sink. Now a little quicker if you'd like to pick up the pace. Breathe in, reach, and sink down. Breathe in, and exhale. Now it's all up to you how low you go into your chair pose. We're just starting, just warming up. So you might be able to progress a little deeper as we go. And exhale. 3 more. Breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. Last one. And hold that chair pose. Easy twist. Look to the right. Bring the elbows across. Look to the center. And look to the left. Twist. Make sure you're not moving your knees, but they're staying face forward. Now, if we can sink a little deeper down as you twist, bring elbow across to your knee. and then come center. Good, nice and deep into the legs. Other elbow across to the knee. Knees are even, and center. Now add that big deep inhale, reach up, press palms, twist, elbow to knee. Reach up, twist other side. And inhale. This is our twisting chair pose, alternating sides. Now remember, if the elbow doesn't come all the way to the knee, that's okay. You bring it where you'd like to today. 3 more. Nice deep breaths. 2. Twist. And 1. And twist. 1 more breath and just sink straight down into that chair pose. Hold here, hands at heart center. Take a moment to vow today to honor your body, do what's right for you today, and stay in the present moment in every pose. Rise up, take your feet wider apart, toes turned out slightly. Reach up into 5-pointed star, spread your fingers. Then pull your elbows and your shoulder blades back into moonflowers. Reach up, 5-pointed star, stretch, active fingers, and exhale, pull back. Let's pick up that rhythm. Inhale, and exhale, sink. Breathe in, our moonflowers. Warming up the shoulders and finding that intensity into your upper back. Good, and stretch. Now your toes are turned out a bit and make sure your knees are tracking directly over the toes. Abs are zipped up. 3 more. 2 more. Legs are getting warm. 1 more. Moving into sunflowers. Arms cross above the head. Then hinge forward, cross below. Up, cross above, cross below. So I'm sitting my hips back just like chair pose and hinging from my hips as I come into that sunflower. Now if that bothers your back, you don't have to hinge. Just come here and stay upright. Inhale and exhale. Now let's try a breath in through the nose and open your mouth. Breathe in. 4 more. This should feel great after maybe a long day sitting at your computer today. Just to move. Last 2. Exhale. 1 more. Now combine those 2 movements, 5-pointed star, moonflower, and sink. Sunflower, cross, and hinge. 5-pointed star, reach, moonflower, squeeze shoulder blades, sunflower, and hinge. 2 more of each, reach, and exhale. And inhale and exhale. 1 more time, each movement, 5-pointed star, moonflower, sunflower, and hinge. Just come up into that 5-pointed star, stretch. Then lower your arms about shoulders height, maybe a little lower. Pivot your right foot out and lengthen your stride to come into warrior 2. Shoulder blades are down. Good, now we're moving today, so let's come into a side angle pose and stretch, and then come back up to find your warrior 2. Do that again, side angle pose, extend, stretch, and come up. Just 2 more, nice and easy. The forearm comes to the thigh or maybe can go deeper. And up. Very nice. 1 more time. Stretch side. Reach. Shoulders stacked. And pull back up. Now reverse this into reverse warrior. palm up, reach to the ceiling, nice stretch, come back to warrior two. Good, again, same. Now this arm can float down the leg or behind the back, either one, whatever feels good for you. We'll do 2 more reverse warrior. We can bring it back behind, stretch, and back to warrior two. How's that right leg feeling? We're feeling the work into that warrior two. And release. Now let's put those 2 poses together. Side angle pose. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Reverse warrior. And warrior two. We inhale on the stretch. Come up to center, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Nice, looks good. 2 more. And up. This is lateral flexion of the spine. Wonderful strength builder for the back body. And up. And side. And up. Ooh, it's time to straighten out this leg, yes? Turn that foot in. Turn the left foot out and sink down into your warrior. Now give your arms just a break here, maybe a couple shoulder rolls before we go back. And then lengthen out. Our side angle pose first. Nice slow stretch and hold. Bring it up. Equalize the body. Again, stretch. Lengthen through that lat and pull it up. Can you go a little deeper? You might have your block there and you can bring your hand to your block and up. We have 1 more on this side. Nice big stretch. Lengthen, shoulders stacked and rise. Let's flip that left palm up, reverse warrior. Lengthen. Breathe. Back to warrior two. Good. Stretch. Open through the rib cage. Find yourself feeling taller with every repetition. 2 more. Now really check in. Make sure your back is feeling okay with this. Your shoulders. You don't have to use your arms if you don't want to. They can stay low. And back down. Let's flow these 2 movements together. Side angle pose. Stretch. Come up. Reverse warrior. Warrior two. Side angle. Now from your pelvis down, nothing is moving. Everything is very still. Your feet, that pada bandha, cemented into the floor. Your pelvis locked down. Legs are strong. 2 more. Last one here. And warrior two. Press up out of that leg, straighten it. Turn both feet forward. Reach 5-pointed star. Swan dive into forward bend. Wide leg forward fold, just nice and easy. If you have your block and you need it, you can place your hands on top of your block. We're not here long, just a little transition. 2 more breaths. Let your head relax. Shake it side to side, up and down. And a breath. And then choose which foot is the top of your mat. I'm going to walk my hands this way. So walk hands over to one side. You'll come into a lunge and then step your back foot forward. Now we're at the top of our mat in a forward bend. Knees can be bent as much as you'd need to here today. You can also lift up into half forward fold. Our Ardha, which means half, Uttanasana, forward bend. We'll begin to move through a basic Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. So rise up to mountain pose. Nice long spine. Inhale, circle sweep the arms up. Exhale, swan dive into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Nice neutral spine. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot back, then your left to plank. Hold a couple of breaths here. You can always bring those knees down to the mat. Find your solid core. Then press through the hands, lift your hips up to a nice downward facing dog. Now before we move in our first sun salutation, pedal out your feet a little bit here. So bend one knee at a time, pressing the opposite heel nice and solidly down into the mat. Fingers are spread, that Hasta Bandha, our hand lock. Now inhale forward back to your plank. Let's go from the knees this first round. Keep your elbows close to your waist, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, lower down until your belly finds the mat. Extend your legs super long, baby cobra, lifting the chest. Try not to pinch the back of the neck, your chin is slightly tucked. Press through the hands. Let's push back to a child's pose, just to review that position, knowing this is a place you can come anytime you need to into your practice. It's a wonderful pose to replace a downward facing dog if you have any issues in your wrists. Now let's return to our down dog, tucking the toes, lift the hips. We'll bend our knees like we're crouching like a rabbit. Spring the right foot forward into lunge. The left foot follows, forward bend. Halfway lift, inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. And let the arms float back next to the sides of the body. Let's add some layers in our sun salutation. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, fold. Right foot steps back to lunge. Hold that low lunge. Knee can drop to the mat or stay lifted. Right hand stays on the floor. Left arm opens up into a beautiful twist. Reach. And then exhale that hand back down to the mat. Push back to your down dog or child's pose. Now it's called a half series vinyasa as we flow from plank, chaturanga, cobra or up dog, and then back to this downward facing dog position. So from here we glide forward to plank, knees or toes. Lower down, chaturanga, elbows in tight. Lengthen into a baby cobra or extend up into upward facing dog. Nice tight thighs. And then tuck the toes, lifting the hips back into your down dog. 3 breaths. Sink into your heels. Lift your sitting bones. Knees can be bent, that's okay. Feet are parallel, about hips distance apart. Now bend your knees, crouch deeply, spring the right foot forward. Option to drop your knee or stay lifted. Left hand stays on the floor, open out into your twist. Reach. And exhale, lower down. Back foot steps in, forward bend. Halfway lift. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Breathe in. Maybe a baby back bend. And arms by your side. Repeating that round one more time. Nice long spine. Inhale, circle sweep, arms up. Exhale, soft knees, swan dive, forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift, neutral head position. Exhale, fold. This time our left leg steps back first. Option to drop your knee to the floor, open out into your twist. You can also wrap that hand behind your lower back and rotate your shoulder back and open. And place that hand back down to the floor. Push back to your down dog or child's pose. Here's our half series vinyasa. Inhale, glide forward to plank. Knees or toes. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, baby cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, back into your down dog. Hold 3 breaths. Now notice your shoulder blades. I want you to slide them apart from one another. Broaden through the upper back. Try not to collapse and wing your shoulder blades. Now bend your knees, crouch. Spring your left foot forward all the way up. You can help it forward if you need a little help. Open out into your twist. Reach. Or wrap that arm behind your back. Roll the shoulder back. And breathe. And bring that hand back to the floor. Back foot steps forward into your forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Maybe a baby back bend. Exhale, arms by your side. Bring your palms to heart center. Samastihi means balance tension from the front of the body, the back, the right and left sides, the top and the bottom. Now take your right foot back into a short stance, warrior one. So we'll step back. We have a little bit of a turnout in this foot. Hips are pointing forward. Now you might need to have a block close by here. We'll reach the arms up. Nice, beautiful warrior one. And then bring the elbows to goalpost arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Now we'll feed the hands behind the back to interlace the fingers. Loop the shoulders up, back, and down to lift the heart. Arms can come up from the body any amount, or you can hold your yoga strap behind your back. We'll slowly bow into humble warrior. Hinging from the hips, we bring our left shoulder towards our left knee. Let the arms reach up to the sky any amount. This is a wonderful chance to look back at your right foot. Make sure you're not rolling onto your inner arch. Keep that arch lifted. Nice strong legs, head is relaxed, and we are humble in this moment. Inhale to rise back up. Release the arms, give them a nice reach up. Now bring your hands to your hips. Pull those shoulders back. Straighten out your front leg and make sure your pelvis is really squared to the top edge of your mat. We'll come into pyramid, and we're not rounding forward, but we're just hinging right from this hip joint. Here's where you might need your block to give you some support here as we hold this wonderful hamstring stretch. Now be aware of your pelvis. Make sure it's as neutral as you can get it here. You might be able to fold deeper. You can also bring your fingertips to your shin. Just be sure not to press down on your kneecap. One more breath. And then as you exhale, soften through that front knee. Rise back up to our final warrior one. Press palms at the heart. The back foot steps forward, samastihi. Just take a moment to check in and see how your body feels different from the right to the left side. Then we'll take a step back with the left foot into a short stance warrior one. So I'm not stepping way back. I have my back foot turned out maybe about 45 degrees. Sweep the arms up if you'd like. Reach and stretch. Breathe. Then we'll bring the arms behind the back, interlacing the fingers. Now we are creatures of habit, so notice which thumb is on top in your normal grip and switch that thumb and your fingers. So you have that kind of awkward feeling grip behind you. Lift your arms up. Bow humbly. Now if you don't feel comfortable bowing, just stay upright in your warrior one. That's fine today for you. It's a beautiful pose. Now when you're inspired to inhale, that inhalation pulls yourself back up. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Release the hands, reach to relax your shoulders. Bring hands to the hips. Pull the shoulder blades back. Straighten out the front leg and equalize your pelvis. It's a good reason to have the hands here. Then we can notice if you're squared. Begin to hinge right from the hip crease. Coming down with a long spine. Fingertips can find the shin gently to your block. Or maybe you can find the floor today. Wherever you go is perfect for you in this moment. Now we're stretching through that hamstring. There's a softness to our knee. It's not locked out. And breathe. 2 more breaths. One more breath. Then we'll soften that front knee as we rise back up to our final warrior one this side. Reach the hands down to the mat. Press back to your downward facing dog. If you need a breather, great time for child's pose. So working our core today, we'll come from downward facing dog to high plank. Now notice your hands right underneath your shoulders. Your legs are long. And then if you push up, push, push, and back, that's your down dog. You shouldn't have to move your feet or move your hands. So we'll try that one more time. Glide into plank and back to your down dog. Now from your down dog, lift your right leg up any height. Glide forward into high plank and pull your knee in towards you and round your back. Press it back up. Lengthen. Pull in. And bring it up. One more time. Pull in. Bring it up. Hold here. Hold, hold. And then step this foot through your hands all the way up to the top of the mat. Walk this foot out to the outside edge, bringing both of your hands right in the middle. Back knee can drop if you'd like. We'll take a nice stretch here. So super important that this back knee be way back behind the hip. So we open the hip flexor. We open the hip and the thigh on this front leg. 2 more breaths. Now, if you're on that back knee, retuck your toes. Lift up off the floor with your hands glued into the mat. Press back into your down dog. Then I want you to check the distance. Glide forward to plank. Make sure you're nice and squared. And push up to down dog. Now we'll lift the left leg, stretch it up any amount. Glide forward to plank and pull your knee in. Round your back. Feel your abs working. And reach it up 2 more times. Exhale. Pull in. And again, reach up. Nice and long. Pull in, hollow out the belly. Then reach it up and hold. We'll take a nice big step up to the top of the mat. We might need to help this foot and assist. Walk your foot to the outside of your mat. Both hands are in the middle. Option to drop that back knee down. Hold your stretch. And breathe. One more breath here. Exhale completely. Tuck the back toes back underneath. Lift off the back knee. Push back to one more downward facing dog. Then the knees find the mat. Child's pose. Maybe circle your wrists, give them a stretch. And then we'll transition to a seated position. If you have a yoga strap, a neck scarf, something that works great for that, have that at the ready with you. Also, if you have a little blanket to sit on, it's kind of nice to sit straight up. So our right knee bent in. This is a seated tree pose. Left leg extends, the ankle flexed. We'll take our strap, reach it through the sole of that left foot. Give yourself a little gentle pull and stretch forward. Now just diagnose, what are you feeling in this pose in the moment? I have a little bit of sensation in the left side of my lower back. So if you're feeling something that's painful, be sure you back off on that stretch. Take a break on it. No need to press, just find a comfortable edge. One more breath. And exhale, we'll come back up. Now you may like to repeat this stretch one more time. Second option is to bring this leg across into a half cow face. So I have my knees stacked. This right foot is slightly tucked under. Now if that's not feeling good for you, go back to the seated tree. Loop that strap under the ball of the foot. Lengthen, make sure your back is nice and straight, nice and neutral. I'm already feeling the intensity is deeper in this stretch. Let's hinge forward any amount and hold. Maybe find that ujjayi breath, that whisper breath, where we're finding a little bit of constriction in the back of the throat. And when we exhale, it sounds like we're fogging up our glasses with our mouth closed. Right, release that side, come on up, unfold the legs, and we'll switch. So the left knee comes to our seated tree, sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Just let this knee open and relax softly. Take your strap, ball of the foot. And I like the ball better than the arch because we can get that foot to flex up nicely, which stretches our calf, the back of our lower leg. And then just diagnose, how does this one feel different from the other side? And remember, in yoga, there's no competition, no self-condemnation, just appreciation for this place and this moment you're in the present. be here and now. All right, let's release that strap, bring it up. We can repeat the same one more time, or bring this ankle across for half cow face. So our goal is to stack the knees. We might not get there, that's okay. Flex this right foot, it's nice and active. Take your strap. Ooh, yes. Feeling this already? So you at home, just take your time. There's no forcing this. There's no pain. But when we're taking a stretch to a deep place, there is sometimes a little bit of mild discomfort. So know your body on where that edge is for you. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Maybe find the ujjayi. In through the nose, out through the nose, and constrict the throat. One more breath. And exhale. Release that strap. Come on up. Coming into Navasana, boat pose. We'll bend our knees, and I'm just sitting on my blanket today, just for a little extra comfort for my tailbone. Lean back, reach the arms out in front of you. Now, you don't have to lift your legs up, unless you want to use your hands to lift them up, or maybe you have the strength in your core to lift them up today. Arms can rise, or you can place your hands onto the floor. Now let's close our eyes in boat pose for just a couple of breaths. See if you can squeeze your inner thighs together. Drop your shoulder blades down a little lower. Lengthen your neck a little longer. Pull the abs in tighter. One more breath. Exhale, blink your eyes open, lower the feet down, let your knees separate into Baddha Konasana and fold through the space. Now I have my feet a little bit longer distance away from the groin today, but you can also pull the feet in closer, wherever this feels okay for you. I feel a little bit more sensation in my lower back if I have my feet a little further away. It's a really nice stretch. 2 more breaths. And exhale. 1 more breath. And exhale. So now coming into low boat pose. So we'll come and transition onto our backs. Wonderful core exercise. Take your time to come down. Move the microphone. So in our low boat pose, we'll take the feet up, the arms up. Now you can certainly stay here in this legs up the wall if your lower back is not feeling good with our boat pose. Next option, we'll curve the head and shoulders up off the mat and try to reach up towards the feet, and we're hollowing out the belly like a boat. Very slowly, we start to lower our legs and our arms at the same time, any amount. Your body's going to know when you need to hold. Stay there. Scoop the belly. Breathe. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Start to lift the legs back up, arms up. It's easier to just bail, right? And then bend your knees into your chest. Pull it in tight. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. We'll take a half happy baby. So your left foot, just relax it on the mat. Right leg comes up with about a 90-degree bend in your knee. Take your right hand and reach outside of your right foot. See if you can grab it right there. You can also use your yoga strap. Then pull that knee down towards your right armpit. Now I have this approximately 90 degree in the knee, and my foot is facing the ceiling. Sometimes I see the pose and it looks like this. So try to get that leg up so you can pull down. Flatten your lower back into the floor, and if you feel comfortable, slide this left leg long. That's going to open up your hip flexor on the left side. And breathe. You can activate that left foot, flexing it up, just as if you're standing on it on the floor. One more breath. And exhale. Slide that left knee back to bent and release the right foot down to the earth. Pull that left leg in, bend the knee about 90, reach up with the left hand, grab the outside of your foot, but your elbow is kind of into the inside of the knee. Pull that knee down into your armpit. Lower back flattens into the mat, belly scoops, right leg slides out to straight. Oh, if we can get it there, and maybe flex and activate the ankle. And we're still pulling downward into the sole of the foot. Feel a nice stretch through the hip and the glute. The proximal hamstring, the upper portion of the attachment. One more breath. And exhale. Slide that right knee back in. And release that left foot back down to the mat. Roll your shoulders back. Soles of the feet come together. Allow your knees to open as we come into final relaxation. Hands can come to your belly as you feel the breath in and out through the nose. The belly rises and falls. If you feel more comfortable extending the legs out straight, lengthen them about hips distance apart. Allow your toes to roll open. And do a little scan from head to toe. Just noticing if you're carrying any tightness or tension in your body. Usual suspects tend to be the shoulders. So sometimes I like to lift my chest up off the floor, slide my shoulder blades down, and then relax them, creating more length in the neck. Sometimes we clench our jaw, so let that just relax. And that little crease between your eyebrows is smooth. The forehead skin is soft. The eyelids feel heavy as they close over the eyes. Check to make sure you're not gripping in your hips, your thighs. The arms are heavy. If you have the time today to remain as you are for as long as you'd like, I really encourage you to take this time for yourself in quiet, in meditation, in self-awareness. So either remaining as you are or following the sound of my voice. Bring your knees back to bend. And then decide which of the sides you'd like to roll to. And then take that arm and stretch it above your head. And just roll to that side of your body. And remain there for a couple of breaths. This will start to bring that blood pressure back up, your heart rate. And when you feel ready, press in with the arms nice and strong to come up to a simple cross-leg pose. Nice long spine, shoulders are back, eyes are closed for a couple of breaths. And just bring your palms together in an Anjali Mudra at your heart center. The Anjali Mudra is a sign or a symbol of gratitude, of honor, and of respect. And it is in this way that I express my gratitude for this opportunity to teach you virtually on our virtual Y of the North. I am honored to guide you through your practice today. And the light and the love and the peace and the joy that resides within me honors the light, the love, the peace and joy in each of you. Namaste. Thank you for the pleasure of teaching you today. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, and I'll see you next time.